What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the DIY guy. Um, Today, I want to just touch on a couple things as far as aquarium, pond, water quality, and really a couple things that I've noticed. Being in this hobby, that I've noticed over the years that things that are they want to take our money. So when you talk about water quality, what'll end up happening, your pH will go up, or you'll have an ammonia spike, or your nitrates go up. So you go to the pet store, and when you go to the pet store, they want to sell you a product, right? They want to sell you a water treatment that you're going to put in that's going to fix whatever issue that's ongoing, right? Same thing with water dechlorinator. All they're doing is selling you a chemical that's diluted in water for $10 when you can buy the entire bag of chemical on Amazon for like $10, right? So what I've started to realize and kind of take notice, being in this hobby, is like I'm spending tons of money on these things, and it's kind of like a band-aid. It's not fixing the problem. It's more or less band-aiding the situation. So what I wanted to share with you guys today was something I found out. It's called zeolite. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but what this is it's a mineral crystal type deal, and it naturally removes ammonia. So what you can do is you can go and buy zeolite in bigger portions, put it into a mesh bag, and then drop that into your filter. I don't know if it would work well with like cartridge filters and stuff like that, but if you have somewhere where you can kind of prep any of your, where you have your ceramic stones and stuff like that, you can drop some zeolite in there. Now, the cool thing about this product is it's reusable. So it's not a treatment. It's not a band-aid. So let's say your ammonia is on the uprise, which we all know in this hobby that ammonia is not good. It's natural. Fish are gonna create ammonia, but it's also gonna kill the fish. That's the hard part about what we do, is trying to keep the water clean and in a thriving ecosystem. So with zeolite, what you do is you put it in there, you let it absorb. But the cool thing is it's reusable. So what you do is you dissolve salt into water, into a 5-gallon bucket. What I like to do is pond water, or my aquarium water. And what you do is you put the zeolite and you let it sit for a day in that salt water, right? You're gonna let it release all that ammonia and all that nasty crap it's been sitting there absorbing in your tank. You're gonna put it in there, let it secrete it out. Then once you're done after the day, you're gonna take it out, rinse it down real good, just like you would with any of your media. Make sure you have some nice clean water. Like I said, I like to use pond water or my aquarium water, but something that's dechlorinated. That way you're not killing off bacterias, because it's just like anything else, gonna build up good bacterias, also some bad bacterias, just like anything else. But once you rinse it off, get all that salt off there, boom, you throw it back in. Give it another couple weeks, rinse and repeat. And you can reuse this stuff and reuse it. So instead of going out and buying some fancy treatment and now, okay, I got my water good, well, what happens next week? Your water's back bad. So stuff like that I've been able to kind of educate myself on and really kind of come up with some solutions for. So there's tons of other things out there like this, nitrates. Some people don't like planted tanks. I get it. Listen, I have turtles. They love plants, but they don't like to leave plants alone. So the minute you plant something, my little turtles are in there and they're just ripping it to shreds. And anything new, they like to go in there and rip it up. And basically, you can't keep plants, right? So things that I come up with are more than it's more or less what I do is I'll put a filter off to the side, or a bog filter, or something that keeps water circulating. And when you do that, put your plants in there, let that water circulate up, let the plants absorb the nitrates, right? You don't have to constantly do water changes and water changes and water changes and water changes. Let that bacteria grow up. Let your plants become part of the ecosystem. If you drive around in your neighborhood and you see ponds and stuff like that, some ponds look absolutely disgusting. Some look crystal clear, but if you got the little 5-in-1 test strips, go to the pond, dip a freaking test strip in there, check out the levels, see what they look like. If you like what you see there, look around you. Most ponds, most lakes, they have plants. It's a thriving ecosystem. Nobody's doing water changes on ponds. You get rainwater, you get tons of sun. Some of these are full sun ponds and they have no algae, so you kind of got to look at nature, right? Everybody thinks that aquariums, it's crazy science and it's rocket science. It's not. It's very simple. I like to live my life by a very easy saying is keep it simple, stupid. The acronym KISS. So with stuff like that, you just kind of look at nature, see what nature's doing, and then you want to mimic that on a smaller scale. Not to say that water changes are bad. I'm not against water changes, but I do them as needed. I don't use them to keep good water quality. Good water quality comes from doing slight bits of maintenance and just kind of understanding how your nitrogen cycle works. And once you figure out how your nitrogen cycle works, and each tank's going to be different, you might have goldfish, that create a lot of bio waste. You might have turtles like I do that create a ridiculous amount of turtle waste, or bio waste. But each one's gonna be different. Each tank setup has got to be tailored to specific, right? So like the tank I'm working on right now, I will be giving you guys some updates coming soon. I promise I'll get some updates out for you guys. But with the tank that I'm working on, I can put duckweed in there, I can put frogbit in there, water lettuce. I can do that stuff because I'm not going to have turtles that are going to just devour it. My turtles are like me. I'm a big fat guy. You put food in front of me, I'm going to eat it, but the fish, they're going to not, I'm sure they're going to snack on it, but they're not going to gorge themselves. Where my turtles, I have to have a whole different tailored situation where, for instance, I just put duckweed in there. It's all gone. They are annihilating it like nobody's business, and they're not underfed, believe me. So excuse how I look. I'm at work right now. Just thought I'd share kind of my thoughts from today. Like I said, this whole entire channel is just kind of me reaching out to you guys as a DIYer, as a father. We enjoy having our pets. We have tons of pets. We have an iguana. We have a ferret. We have 4 birds, 2 cats, and it's kind of like these companies know that we have pets and know that we have to take care of these pets. So what I've noticed, especially in the fish, the aquarium hobbies, is they don't sell you, it's just like being sick. There's no magic pill. You got to figure it out. Whether it's high blood pressure, you got to change your diet, right? So once you kind of figure out how that stuff works and, you know, come up with a tailored solution for yourself and what works for you, life starts to get a little easier, which is nice. I've failed so many times on tanks, I can't even tell you. Unfortunately, I've killed too many fish to count, to know what not to do, right? But that's how you learn in life. You know, success is created by failure. So I mean, they say Einstein, look at how many failures he had before he had a success, right? So don't be afraid to try different things. Don't be afraid to step outside the box of what normal aquarium keeping, because who's to tell you what's normal? You know, somebody's gonna tell you, oh, that's stupid, why do you have that? That same guy that's telling you that's stupid does water changes every single week, right? Where I'm not gonna have to do water changes, so you enjoy putting a hose into your tank and constantly chasing yourself, while I put, you know, maybe a couple hours of, you know, engineering and thought into what I created, and now my setup is way less intense, as far as labor and not having to do constant maintenance. So that's all I got for today, guys. Check back in with me, like, subscribe, share, send it to anybody that you got that, you know, is into aquariums and doesn't want to go spend an arm and a leg on some crazy ridiculous system. You know, I'm out here just trying to come up with small time solutions for people that actually are realistically on a budget. So guys, I'll see you later. I'll send some some update videos coming soon. Got turtles in the pond. They're looking happy, healthy, and looking forward to it, guys. All right, take care, stay safe, and remember, do it yourself.